Welcome to another episode of the Almost Tipsy Vegan. I want to apologize to y'all. It's been several weeks now in getting a new video out. Uh, all I'll say is I'm disappointed in Power Director 365. We got things worked out currently, but if I disappear again, it's not my fault. Anyway, if I do go, I'll let y'all know before I go. Okay? Anyway, what we're going to do today is we're going to make some sausage patties. Now, my wife says she has the best recipe. I think I've got the best recipe. So we may have a cook-off one day and see who has the best recipe. So anyway, what we're going to do, and this is all going to be vegan, I've got a cup and a half of cooked lentils. Okay, so we're going to put them in the food processor. Okay, and let's get all we can out. Okay, and get this out of the way. We've also got, this is 2/3 of a cup of chopped up walnuts. So we'll put those in here. I went ahead and chopped them up to save a little bit of time, so y'all wouldn't see go through all that process. And we've also got a cup of oatmeal that's already been diced up, shredded, whatever, ground up. Put that in there. And then we've got, this is, I ran out of things. I got about a half a cup of shredded up mushrooms, fresh mushrooms. We'll put those in here. Now, you know that we like a lot of spices while we're cooking. So this is going to be real spicy. And if you don't like the spices, you can leave them out. Okay, so first of all, let's get things started right. We're going to cook with a little bit of Jack Daniels today. I mean, have you ever heard of Jack Daniels sausage? I hope so. So we're going to have a little bit of Jack Daniels in here. And, you know, if we're cooking, we're drinking. So, cheers, and I hope y'all have had a nice Thanksgiving and getting ready for Christmas. So we're just going to pour a little bit of Jack Daniels in there. A little bit of flavoring. That's probably a couple shots I put in there. Okay. So we'll get this out of the way for right now. We may come back to it in a few minutes. Now, here are the spices we're going to add. We're going to add, you know, we love nutritional yeast. It adds a lot of flavor. Got B12 in there. It's just so good. So I'm going to add probably about 3 spoons of nutritional yeast. So 3 spoons of nutritional yeast. And get it out of the way. We're going to add some liquid smoke. We like ours smoky, so like it's been cooked on a fireplace or in the wood somewhere. So probably a couple of teaspoons of liquid smoke. Get that out of the way. And I forgot to get my measuring spoons, so if I can find them, here are some. So we're going to get this is a half a tablespoon of oregano, a half a tablespoon of oregano. We'll put that in there. So we're done with that. Again, that's a half a tablespoon of oregano. And if I don't put the top back on it, I'll knock it over and spill it, sure as a whirl. I'm just going to sprinkle some black pepper in here. Probably half a teaspoon. I'm just going to sprinkle some onion powder, probably quarter of a teaspoon. And let's see, sage. We'll be a little bit more precise on that. we're going to put, let's see, 1 teaspoon of sage. So let's get the top off so we can actually get it out of there more accurately. So, okay, that's 1 teaspoon of sage. That's a strong spice. And we're also going to add 1 teaspoon of fennel seed. Now what I did, I like to buy my seeds and everything whole and grind them up. We pre-used bottles. I wrote fennel seed on here. This is fennel seed. And put a teaspoon of that in there. I like fennel. I'm gonna put 1.5. So I really like fennel. It gives it that sweet, spicy flavor. Okay. Now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of just red pepper flakes. So if you're cooking for your children or whatever, and you don't want the red pepper flakes, you don't want the heat, or you have a baby mouth, don't put them in there. And let's see, we're going to put some basil in here. So I'm going to put a teaspoon of basil. Let me get it separated again. Teaspoon of basil, just crushed basil. And see, it's got a lot of spices, but it can taste so good. And we're going to sprinkle some garlic powder. Just it's healthy for you. It's probably about 1/4 teaspoon. And again, we're going to put some thyme in here. The only thing I got is a 1/2 teaspoon that'll fit in there. So we're going to put a 1/2 teaspoon of thyme. It's pretty strong spice too. And then of course we got to put a little bit of salt. A little bit of salt, probably just sprinkle some. I'm better sprinkling it than I am measuring it, because when I measure it, I can't tell how much I'm doing. And then we're going to put some maple syrup. We like ours a little bit sweeter, so just put not a whole lot. Just it's not coming out too good, so get a little bit like, we don't want it too sweet, but that oatmeal ain't got a lot of flavor to it. We'll probably put about maybe 2 tablespoons, or 1 tablespoon, I don't know, and not too much. And if I can find the top, here it is. We're going to blend this all together. And okay, it's all blended together. And my camera person brought me a spoon to try it. See, this has not got meat in it, so we can taste it to see what it tastes like. It won't be as good as when it's cooked, because the oatmeal won't be cooked, but we'll see what it tastes like. It's really good. It needs a little bit more salt, and here's a good thing about tasting it now, you can add the salt to it you want. And I'm going to add a little bit more maple syrup. And not a lot came out, so it's not doing too good. That whole. Okay, just a little bit more. And I want a little bit more smoky flavor. Tasting back my childhood, we were in Boy Scouts and just camping, out fishing and everything, cooking on an open fire. It was so good. Okay, so we're going to stir that around, and okay, now then what we're going to do is, I'm not going to taste it again. I think it was so close to being perfect last time. What I'm going to do now is, I've got a cookie sheet here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, make it a little easier. I'm going to dump this out into a bowl here. And y'all can see the consistency when I dump it out. Maybe you can. It's kind of thick, which it's supposed to be. Well, get off there. So we can get that off. Get that in the sink. And then we're going to, I tell you what, if my camera person will get some parchment paper out for me while I'm getting this ready. And we got the oven preheating right now to 400 degrees. That's Fahrenheit. And what we're going to do is we're going to make little patties out of here. And we're going to let them cook. So hopefully y'all can see what it's like. That's the texture right there, if you can see it. Okay. Now, we'll get this out of the way. Get that out of the way. And the thing with cooking here, you've got the way the thickness, you can make it however thick you want it. I like mine relatively thin, and they get more crispy that way. Or you can make them thicker and make them more juicy in the middle. I like mine thinner and crispier. So I'm gonna make mine, well, that's about a quarter of an inch thick. If you can see it, about like that. So I'm gonna finish making these. And this is, again, that's about the size I'm making them. And you see how thick they are. And I'm gonna finish making these, put them in the oven, and we come back, we'll talk more about them. Okay, welcome back. These sausage patties, the vegan sausage patties, have been in the oven for about 35 minutes, about 20 minutes on one side and 15 on the other, roughly. But just look at them and you see what they look like. And again, the pan's still very, very hot. So now then, let's do the taste test. So we'll take one of them out. And again, that's a close-up of it, if you can see it, okay? And you see the inside of it. Steam's coming off of it, if you see the steam. That's a big bite, so I'm gonna cut it a little smaller. Uh-oh, I made a mess. I'll eat this one right here. Okay. That's really good. The flavors come through, the spiciness, the maple flavoring. The texture is really, really good. I think if y'all try this, I think you'll like it. Future video, you may see some more breakfast things coming out, like some scrambled eggs. That would be fantastic with scrambled eggs. So anyway, y'all try this and tell me what you think. I'm the Almost Tipsy Vegan.